Let us understand mental health and explore how we can take care of our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Welcome to your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits with Pat and B, here on MindEd.
Sa'yo sumisilong kapag ang puso ko'y pagod.
Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Boy Eagle. Let us understand mental health and explore how we can take care of our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Welcome to your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits with Pat and B, here on MindEd.
Sa'yo sumisilong kapag ang puso ko'y pagod.
And go. All right. Good afternoon. Hi, everybody. We're live on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 on Facebook and on Actual FM Radio. Hi.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
This is MindEd, your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits. My name is V. I am just a letter.
And my name is Patrick. We have a special, we will have special guests today.
Yep.
Madami sila. But for now, it's one special person. So
Yeah.
special ka din.
Thank you.
Yay! Yep.
Sige, how are you, B?
Okay naman. Kailangan. Tignan muna natin yung
Actually, di nila kita. Pero to everybody watching,
Hindi ba nila kita?
Hindi,
Parang
hindi pa nila
feeling ko
kita.
kita nila eh. Oo.
Sana.
So, usually we have a table here, but now we don't have a
yeah,
table.
we have a bench.
Yep.
So that's the
We're super
special
cash.
guest also, the bench. Labo. So for the people who've already seen the teaser, they already know that we will have dogs on air. Well, a dog on
Sila
air
naman, oo.
and a dog and his human. So
Yes.
Father Nono, we're looking at you
Yes.
later. So meron kami nakalatag ngayon na training pads. I don't even know where you get those stuff.
Pet stores.
Pet store. Kasi we let our dogs
Halika
just
mag-tour
do
tayo.
everything. Sige.
What? Shock. Why? Ay.
Okay.
So,
How has your week been?
long.
Long. Okay.
Mas,
Care to explain?
Hindi ko gets kung
Not
bakit
at
siya
length.
long.
Okay.
It's just long.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it feels longer than usual. Does that make sense?
That makes some sense.
Some
sure.
sense.
Okay.
Thank you for
Fair
affirming
enough.
that.
Sure.
Ikaw, how have you been?
The
How's your
week has been okay, I guess. Relatively light in terms of clients, but the month in general is pretty heavy. And this month is, as we all know, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and there are lots of companies, organizations, communities asking for workshops, seminars, and while okay naman, I mean tama naman na dapat gawin natin yon, but I hope we don't just condense it kasi to just 1 month. Mental health awareness is something that we need to be doing on a month to month basis, not just once in a year. Okay, pero I understand that it's not just busy for myself this month. I'm sure it's also busy for the LSOGC.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have here one of the, you are a research
I'm a psychometrician.
psychometrician.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm also the dog manager / ako yung mom of 10 dogs.
Amazing. Okay, so we have today special guest Janine
Miss
Sy.
Janine Sy.
Miss Janine Sy.
Yeah.
Welcome to Radio
Thank you.
Katipunan.
Welcome to MindEd and welcome to Radio Katipunan.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so how have you been in this past week?
It's been a crazy week. We're also gearing up for midterms. So, it's kind of a hectic and just generally crazy week. Personally rin. Kasi malapit na rin ang midterms ko sa perso. Hi to my professor. Pag nakikinig ka, huwag mo ko ibagsak, please.
Batiin din natin sila Sir Gary.
Yeah.
Yes, hi, Sir
Yes, hello to my colleagues, especially Miss Joy, Miss Bea, Miss Didi, Sir Marvin, and lahat ng mga nagpabati. Andyan na kayo. You're here in my heart.
Nice. Just to be clear, none of the names you've greeted are dogs.
No, they're not dogs. They're people.
Okay, great.
Of course, they're people. Also, hi to my friends in the psych dep.
Galing. Okay. Hi everybody. Sige, so tell us about, firstly yourself, and then later about what you do.
Alright, so I'm Janine. I'm a licensed psychometrician, also an undergrad and grad student currently of the Ateneo de Manila. I graduated from BS Psychology last 2012 lang, so bata pa ako. And I'm currently taking up my master's in counseling psychology. So hi to the psych dep.
Hey, psych dep.
I'm employed as a psychometrician in the Loyola School's Office of Guidance and Counseling. I've been working there for 1 year and around 5 to 6 months already. Apart from that, I also manage the Animal Assisted Interventions Program in partnership with our partner organization, Community Tales.
Okay.
So I'm the official liaison/coordinator for the
Right.
program.
Cool.
So sa mga hindi nakakaalam, can we explain what a psychometrician does?
Yeah.
Nerd work. No, just kidding.
Essentially, yes.
It's essentially nerd work. We psychometricians, we help psychologists and counselors alike score personality tests. We create personality tests and aptitude exams rin. And mostly attitude and mostly personality tests, and we help mine the data that's in the office so that we get to profile the students and we get to understand and serve the students better.
Okay.
So a lot of numbers in short.
Right. And then for the animal assisted, what exactly do you do?
For the
Or sige, let's go back. How did it start, or when did it start?
Okay, so animal assisted intervention started last week. Mag-visit lang si Bubu sa office. I think last December 2016.
2016.
Yeah, I wasn't part of the team yet.
Okay.
Soul searching pa ako noon.
Right.
All right.
Okay,
So Sir Gary mentioned, our director mentioned in one of the faculty day programs, I think, that he's interested in exploring animal-assisted therapy and animal-assisted interventions. So Sir Ronald Cruz of the Bio Department approached him and said, hey, check out this organization. It's Community Tales. They customize and streamline programs, create programs for animal-assisted interventions in the Philippines. So first visit ni Bubu was in December 2016.
Okay.
And then everything just suddenly fell into place. We formally established our program I think that was last April 2017 lang.
Okay.
And then we started from one dog. We technically have 10, but due to the unavailability of some handlers and unforeseen circumstances, we have 5 active doggos.
Okay, that's so cool. And then saan galing yung mga dogs? Like, from yung mga humans nila is also part of the Ateneo community? Are they from the student body?
Okay, so our dogs and their humans, they're called human-animal teams. So they're a team.
Okay.
So the role of the human is to be a handler. They check out stress in the animal, make sure the animal's welfare is okay. And mostly, since our partner is Community Tales, yung handlers namin is from galing sa kanila.
Okay.
So they're a team, they apply as a dog and a human na.
Okay.
They undergo first a handler's course.
Okay.
So you learn the basics of animal-assisted interventions.
Right.
You learn how to detect signs of stress in an animal. Because of course we treat the dogs as our partners. We want them to be well as well. And sorry, what was the other question?
Sino yung may-ari?
Oh, so members of the Ateneo community. We have, I think we have 2 faculty and students, mostly students, and 1 graduate student.
Are any of them, or are all of them psych grads or not necessarily?
Not necessarily psychology graduates.
Amazing. Sige.
They just really have to know how to handle their pet,
Animal.
their animal.
Their spirit
hindi
animal.
hindi siya restricted na parang dogs lang.
Right now, kasi we still don't have a program which can accommodate other animals such as cats and fish or other animals for that matter.
Yep.
So we're mostly focused sa dogs sa ngayon.
Okay.
Oh, tatanong ko sa araw pwede yung parrot eh.
So, actually, birds pwede.
Pwede.
So there's an international organization called the Animal Assisted Interventions International. The definition of animal assisted therapy is, so an AAT or an animal assisted therapy intervention is formally goal directed and designed to promote improvement in physical, social, emotional, and or cognitive functioning of the person involved, and in which a specifically or a specially trained animal handler team is an integral part of the treatment process. So AAT is directed and or delivered by a health or human service professional with specialized expertise and within the scope of practice of his or her profession. So AAT may be provided in a variety of settings, may be group or individual in nature, and may be implemented for persons of any age. There are specific goals for each individual involved, and the process is documented and evaluated. Okay, so that's their definition. So more or less, hindi siya parang, oy, may aso ako. You're feeling depressed. So, punta ka lang, pet mo lang yung aso. There's like you mentioned, there's a whole handler course. There's a whole process.
There's a whole process that you have to undergo through because it's scientifically backed. There's science behind that.
So how long yung training or course?
The course, I think, is 1 8-hour course.
But that's to be a handler. That's not to be a therapist, or not. That's not for you to be utilized as a, or not for. Sorry, for you as a professional to utilize animal assisted intervention tools.
Okay.
So that's different. So syempre, if you want to provide the therapy, you need to be a therapist first or a counselor first, and then take a specialized training. So ano siya?
Okay.
There's really a lot of science and studies behind that.
It's very nerdy. Very nerdy.
Which is why I'm here.
Yay, okay, thank you.
Actually, and it's not only dogs then that can, kaya nga siya animal instead of just dog assisted therapy. So there's a specialized intervention that utilizes horses. So
that's
equestrian
equine
assisted
therapy. It's really more popular in the States.
Yeah, because they have bigger
fields there.
And some of the things involved in that can varies from just watching the horse gallop. That's part of it. Or even, petting the horse lang. And also partially riding the horse. So marami talagang, animals are very,
Okay.
I love animals. They're very,
yes. So, kailangan mo maging dog person ka or animal person ka for you to be able to benefit from animal-assisted therapy?
Well, not necessarily. Again, if you just enjoy the company of nature per se, I think you'd be able to enjoy the company of animals. But of course, syempre, we also look out for the welfare of the client. So, syempre, hindi ka naman namin bibigyan ng dog kung alam namin may dog phobia ka or allergic ka sa aso.
There's a trauma involved.
Parang hindi mo alam na may trauma ka pala.
May screening naman yun usually.
Okay. Alright, sige. Pakita natin yung mga dogs.
Sige nga. So are these the dogs that are in the program?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Doodle. I call him Doodle Naughty Boy because he's really naughty. He's really energetic.
Anong klaseng dog?
He's a Labradoodle Bichon. He's actually an executive doggo.
Executive doggo. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Oh, that's Bear. That's Boo Boo. He's the pioneer golden retriever. He's the he was instrumental. He is instrumental to establishing animal-assisted interventions here in Ateneo.
Okay. Natin yung isa.
And yeah, I'd like to dedicate this episode in memory of
Oh no.
yeah, in memory of Doc Carla Azucena. I hope you're happy. I know you're happy up there running with the doggos in heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's Robin. No, that's Robin and Arya. They're twin Choco Labradors. So they're owned by a POS faculty, Ma'am Vene.
Okay.
If you guys know her. Hi, Ma'am Vene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
And of course, Mr. Blue Eyes. You'll get to meet him later.
Yes.
He pees everywhere too,
Oh no.
which is
Buti
why
lang-
we have pee
Buti lang
pads.
may training
Yeah.
pads.
Alright.
Training pads.
Training pads
Kasi
talaga.
si pads din nandito.
Wow. You're on a roll today. It is. Okay, so would you know if kunyari yung dog should be like a year older or parang 1 year old or 2 years old muna siya before she undergoes at the training or whatever?
Yeah, sa community tales kasi they have an age limit for the
Okay.
dogs. Kasi usually 1 year old and above. Kasi mas mature and mas hindi na makulit yung dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, we also want to look out again for the welfare of the dog. Mas gusto namin yung hindi na pupunta saan-saan,
Yeah.
yung susunod kani-kanino,
Right.
baka ma-dognap pa and
Okay.
all. Yeah.
So what's involved? Do you need to have your dog trained as in a specific way? How tame should they be? Kasi you mentioned you have one. Was it Bubu?
Doodle?
Doodle pala. Si
Oh,
Doodle,
Doodle-
sabi mo
Doodle naughty
magulo
boy.
siya.
Yeah.
So,
there.
but is he like potty trained or?
Well, our dogs they have basic obedience training.
Okay.
So that's the most basic requirement that we have for you to be able to join
Okay.
us. Basic obedience training, and there's going to be a behavioral screening,
Uh-huh.
which Community Tales does
Okay.
to ensure that the temperament of the dog is suitable for therapy work, and also to ensure that also the dog, our partner, will be able to enjoy
Sure.
the visits and the activities as well.
Okay. What does that mean? So from a temperament standpoint, what kind of temperament should they have?
Friendly, willing to learn,
Okay.
obedient.
Okay.
Well, except for Doodle. Just kidding. Blue Eyes din, medyo matigas ulo. And of course, not aggressive.
Yung may-ari din. Oo.
Definitely, the dog shouldn't be aggressive.
Okay.
Definitely, that's
No, okay.
yeah.
Kasi I have a golden who is I think a year and 3-4 months now.
Aw.
Super docile. As in nakahiga lang siya the whole day.
Talaga?
Tatayo. He'll only stand up when, for example, if I enter the door and he's like, sometimes he won't even stand up. He's just like,
What's up?
what's up?
Yeah.
Sleep again. And again, he's only a year and 3 months, some months old. And ganun na siya. So that's his nature.
Yeah.
He likes to go for walks. He doesn't bark at all. So would he be a good,
Yes. He would be a good therapy dog.
Good, because I'm a therapist.
Oh,
then
yeah. It is.
Pwede na.
Oh, sabi naman, we parang sa amin, like kami may dog sa house. Ever since I can remember, as in lagi. So we had Japanese Spitz. Tapos, ngayon, we have, nagka-Labrador din kami, golden. Tapos, ngayon, we have a miniature beagle. Sobrang cute niya. Kasi parang siya stuffed toy. Hindi na siya lumalaki, ganyan lang siya. Hindi na siya gumagalaw.
Okay. In terms of obedience, basic obedience training, what does that entail? Does that mean that they need to be able to follow certain specific commands, or
Yes.
basta hindi lang sila magulo? What, like,
They have to be able to follow certain commands.
such as, could you
Sit.
give us a sample?
Sit,
Okay.
stay,
Okay.
leave it. So, meaning, kung may kakalkalin silang basura, and if you
Okay.
just say leave it, iiwanan nila.
Okay.
Come, pagtatawagin mo, para hindi siya maligaw or whatever. And, yeah, basic tricks, sit, stay, roll over.
Nakakati roll over.
Yeah, no rollover
Okay.
is for, of course, for the therapy
tricks
session.
na.
For the tricks na
Okay,
yan.
so what are the benefits of animal-assisted therapy?
Benefits of animal-assisted therapy, based on our data, there is a reduced level of depression, anxiety, and stress
Okay.
after interacting with a therapy animal. It's measured by DAS-21, and I don't want to go off on a nerd streak, so basta yun. There are benefits to stress reduction, depression, and reduction, and anxiety reduction as well.
In the States, they did research. So I did, as part of my study, I did some like evaluations of certain interventions for academic stress. So in the States, they did a randomized control trial for animal assisted therapy, and they found out that from a physiological and a perceived stress standpoint, even 15 minutes with a therapy dog can reduce significantly perceived stress.
Okay.
Kaso yung measure nila for physiological stress, they did a saliva test. In the saliva kasi you can test for levels of cortisol or stress hormone. Hindi siya masyadong bumaba. But then that's because of certain external factors. But, more or less that's to confirm what Janine mentioned about, at least from a stress level and academic stress. So, sobrang galing ng props lang to the Office of Guidance and Counseling for, taking the initiative to bring this, this creative intervention into, a school setting.
Yeah.
I mean, diba? Parang solid.
Galing.
Thanks.
Good job. Oo. So ano
team
yung
effort.
setup dun sa guidance office? Nandun lang talaga yung dogs and then they can just like
Come in
roam
and
around.
play.
Yeah.
No, our visits kasi depend on the availability of the handler. So usually they're there ng Wednesday mornings and
Okay.
Fridays.
Okay.
But we do post if there's going to be a dog that's going to visit on our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/LSOGC. Again, that's facebook.com/LSOGC. You can like or follow our page for announcements and dog photos for when they visit.
Okay. Did you have a set schedule?
Set schedule, usually umaga 9 to 10.
9 to 10.
1 hour lang, again, para hindi ma-stress yung therapy animal namin.
Okay.
And
Sige. What does that look like? So, of course, it's not as if, I'm sure there are some people who are, watching in today thinking like animal assisted therapy. Does that mean that you go into a therapy room, you sit on the couch or you lie down on the couch and the dog is just sitting there and what? So how does an interaction with, or in animal assisted therapy, what does the normal session look like?
so, clarify ko lang, animal-assisted therapy is different from animal-assisted activity. So, in animal-assisted therapy,
Yeah.
you work with a psychologist or a counselor. You have a specific goal in mind. Kunwari, for this session, I want to do rapport building with my client. So,
Yeah.
I'll bring in a therapy dog. I want the client to reduce his or her level of stress and anxiety. So there's a therapy dog.
Yeah.
So that's animal-assisted therapy. There is a specific goal in mind.
Yeah.
For animal-assisted activity naman, it's really done mostly for the purpose of entertainment
Okay.
and for stress relaxation. Not entertainment as hindi sing and dance, no. Ano lang. For it's more not less it's less structured and more go with the flow type. So setup namin usually there's a dog in the office or in one of our rooms. Then they just interact, come in by groups of 5 para hindi din ma-overwhelm yung therapy animal namin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then they just sit there, play with the dog, give the dog treats, and after a while, okay na sila. Mas calm na sila, chill na.
Actually,
Reducing stress.
ganun yung setup. Well, okay. In terms of like if it's an academic stress kind of thing, they would usually have a huge space or area with several dogs.
Okay.
And then they stream in people. Not
Okay.
They can't go all at the same time kasi yun nga, overwhelm
Kawawa
yung
yung dog,
animal.
oo.
So, they would interact for about 5 minutes and then they'll go along their merry way. For example. It's the same principle, I guess, as badly put, a petting zoo.
Okay.
Na parang, you have a moment na parang you can feed, give treats to the dog, pet, and whatever, or just literally just watch and then go na.
Okay.
Even that small interaction can like really just cool, really relieve you of even some degree of stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Galing.
But in that sense, that means, so again, to clarify then, that means that, badly put, the dog is a tool.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Okay? A tool, not tool na ginagamit, but
Well,
one of the things that help therapist and a patient or a client break barriers.
Yeah, we call them adjuncts to therapy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sa practice mo ba pa? Tinry mo na?
Hindi.
Try
Kasi
mo
wala
ba?
akong I mean, there are specific protocols to
Yeah,
do
there are
that.
protocols to
Diba?
follow.
And
So, kunyari sa guidance
so for
office.
example, if I ask them, can I borrow one of your dogs for therapy? Hindi pwede.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So,
But ideally,
alright.
okay, pwedeng ganon. Kasi dapat the dog that you have, dapat ikaw, number one, you're like a certified handler.
Yeah.
And the dog that you're going to introduce into the session
Okay.
is trained
Okay.
to to be an animal assistant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So kailangan several layers of bureaucratic processes. Yeah. But when you get all of those things, grabe, breakthrough. Yeah.
Galing.
Yan. So even actually, so the handler sometimes, pag animal assisted activity naman, they're not necessarily therapists themselves.
Yes.
Like, it's an activity. They don't necessarily process your emotions. They don't tell you, they don't dig into your past or whatever. But, it's really for the momentary release or relief from stress, anxiety, sadness, uplift of mood, that kind of stuff.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Setting sa guidance office ngayon, maraming pumupunta.
Madami naghahanap ng therapy dog. Our director likes to joke nga na mas sikat pa yung therapy dogs kaysa sa office mismo. But yeah.
Sorry, they are there every usually 9 to 10.
9 to 10, yeah.
Okay.
But
Every
they're not.
day?
No.
Okay.
Twice a week lang.
Okay.
But really, we're really trying to establish having a resident dog there. Really, that's really the dream.
Okay.
Just to have a dog that nakatambay lang when students come, or a dog that's on call. Kunwari there's a student in distress in campus, pwede naming dalhin yung dog sa kanila. That's really that's the goal.
That's
It's the dream.
Alright, so kunyari may iba rin mga dogs or dog owners, humans that would like to inquire or get involved in the
Yeah.
program, can they?
How do they do
Or how they do
that? Like if, for example, if I wanted to bring my dog, whose name is Paco,
Paco. Hello, Paco. Okay.
and have him have myself certified as
Alright.
a handler and my dog certified as an assistant. How do I do that?
Well, you can inquire kayo sa Community Tales.
Okay.
They have Facebook. They have a Facebook page. Hindi ko lang memorize yung URL.
Okay.
But we'd also like to invite people who are interested in getting to know more about animal-assisted interventions. There's going to be an introduction, fundamentals course to animal-assisted intervention, going to be held on October 13.
Okay.
Tama ba? Next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday. Dito din sa Ateneo.
Cool.
Details can be found on the Facebook page of Community Tales.
Alright,
Cool.
sige. Hanapin natin yung URL later and then let's
Yeah,
paste
we'll
it sa comment
it, yeah.
section.
Are you a pet owner yourself?
That's one of my frustrations.
Oh, why?
Well, I used to have a lot of pets as a child.
Okay.
I used to have lovebirds, fighting fish, lobsters. Well, one lobster.
Okay.
And then...
That you ate?
No, I did
Hindi
not.
naman.
Fortune lobster ba ang tawag doon?
Okay.
Okay.
And then... Kasi my family, they're allergic to dogs.
Oh, are you yourself?
I'm not.
I mean,
I'm not. Thankfully, I'm not allergic to
Yeah.
dogs, so I can handle blue and
Yeah.
etc. But it's really
Oh,
one of my biggest
man.
frustrations. Na, Mom, I
Okay.
really want a dog. It helps me with my stress. Parents, sorry, your dad's allergic.
Yeah. Oh man.
So why don't
Okay.
you get a hypoallergenic dog? You have time
Oo
to
nga.
take care? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, yun din eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kasi being a pet owner, it's a big responsibility.
Also, yeah.
It's they're part of your family.
Sure.
Sure.
That's right.
Oo. Especially pag baby pa.
Yeah.
Pag baby pa talagang,
pa.
oo, kailangan mo talagang tutukan.
Grabe, training.
Oo.
How about you? You're a pet owner yourself, yeah? Tell us about your experience as a
Madami
pet
kaming
owner.
pets eh. Well, sa dogs kasi nasanay na kami. So, usual, pag nakuha namin si Poppy, may training agad. Una actually tinuturo namin is calm.
Okay.
Kasi pagka ano siya, tumakbo siya, at least marunong siya bumalik.
Totoo.
So, like, come, sit, and then of course, potty train. Stay, leave it, ganun din. It's actually the same, ano rin, parang horse. And then, okay naman yung mga dogs namin. We had, nagkaroon natin ng mga 80 gallons yata ng aquarium. So, ito puro cichlid. Ito puro goldfish. Ito puro nagka-fighting fish din kami.
Oh, yeah.
Meron siya. Ito puro angelfish. Nalaman ko ang angelfish. Pag mag-isa siya, cute. Pero kapag mga 5 na sila, mga mean girls sila sa sa tank. Parang inaaway nila yung goldfish. Tapos parang di yata ako parang nasa-stress ako lalo sa pakapanood. Pero yeah, it is therapeutic. Na tingnan mo lang sila. Just, kasi syempre, paano may pepet yung fish, di ba? 80 gallons. Hi! Isa-isahin ko lahat yun. Diba? Okay naman. And it is much challenging siya. Then, of course, kasi kunyari, hindi kami out of town ng buong pamilya without thinking na parang, paano yung dogs? Or saan namin sila iiwan? Or may iwanan ba namin? Parang, yung na tayo umalis dito lang tayo, kawawa naman sila. Ganun siya. And kapag New Year, because of the
fireworks.
Yeah.
Very
They get
Hirap,
really anxious
super.
pag may fireworks.
Yung ibang dogs namin
Bumili
ganun.
nga kami ng earmuffs eh.
Yung eagle namin parang dead ma lang siya. I guess because of the ears.
Yeah, naka-flop
Yeah.
down yung ears niya.
Pababa lang kasi siya. So parang yun nga, different breeds ng dog. Iba rin sila ng character. Iba sila ng ugali. Ganun siya.
Yeah. Different dog breeds
Iba-iba.
have different personalities.
Also, and even different dogs of the same breed have different personalities.
personalities,
Because my golden retriever is the second one I've had in the past 10 to 12 years now. And sobrang contrasting yung personality ni Paco kay Nacho. God bless his soul.
Oh,
If dogs have souls. Yun. From a psychologically, or, a developmental standpoint, pets are also, they teach kids certain levels of certain parts or psychological skills. Like, well, for one thing, it teaches them responsibility. If if parents enable them to become responsible over their pets, enables them to learn how to become a bit more affectionate in general, like expressive of affection.
Right.
Also helps them. What else? Trying to remember.
From experience ba yan?
Oo naman. Siyempre. Anecdotal, So, certain things also like, well, yun eh. Actually, dogs, like, believe it or not, they're very sensitive
Yeah.
to a person's emotions.
Yes.
And not only is this from a scientific standpoint. This is also like from personal experience. Like when I'm sad and my dog is around, my dog also seems down. Like not my new dog, even the old one. Like he's a jumpy kind of dog and stuff. Pero pag down ako, down din siya.
Same,
Mga ganun. Or when you're sick. Yan.
Yeah, when you're sick, they're just there. Are you okay? They're there with you.
Sila, Pero I think to be able to get to that, hindi yung pagkabili mo ng puppy, ganun agad sila.
Of course.
You have to bond with them.
Of course.
Spend time with them.
Shucks, I never read the book, pero nagpa-flashback ako to Twilight.
Okay.
Kasi si Jacob nag-imprint siya dun sa anak ni Bella at ni Edward. I just yun lang naalala ko, nag-imprint. But the concept of imprinting, that really does happen between animals and their well, let's not call them owners, but yung ano nila,
Humans.
they're humans.
Yeah.
So it's a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Galing.
Okay.
Kating-gating na ako para makakita ng aso dito.
Ng
Kasi
aso.
kanina pa natin
Oo nga eh.
pinag-uusapan.
Alright, sige.
Eh.
So, we'll just take a quick break. So, let's get everything set up. So, meanwhile, let's listen to a song first while we
Yeah.
set this up. Okay. We'll return in a few minutes.
Since you realize.
Can break these bones. Only you can hear my call. Only you can take me home. And this life I will surrender to your love. Oh, I will set the world on fire. Yes, I will set it aflame. And I will set the world on fire. Yes, I will set it aflame. All for you, Jesus, my Lord. Only you can set me free. With your blood upon that tree. Only you can give me hope. And this life I will surrender to your love. Oh, I will set the world on fire. Yes, I will set it aflame. And I will set the world on fire. Yes, I will set it aflame. Oh, for you, Jesus, my Lord. Take all my will, my memory, take all that I hold and all I own. Take every breath and teach me to trust in you. Take all my will, my memory, take all that I hold and all I own. Take every breath and teach me to trust in you. Take all my will, my memory, take all that I hold and all I own. Take every breath and teach me to trust in you. Oh, I will set the world on fire. Yes, I will set it aflame.
welcome back. Ayan na, okay na.
Okay
Welcome
na.
back to MindEd. And as you can see, we have additional guests.
Yeah.
Our very own Father Nono, yeah.
Hello, good afternoon.
Of JESCOM and
Yes.
DZMM fame.
Max.
And
Guys, come.
Siberian Husky, si Blue Eyes. Or Blue, fondly called Blue. Hello. Hi, Father Nono.
Hello.
Hi, Father
Thank you for
Nono.
being on the show.
You're welcome.
Thank you for bringing your lovely, beautiful husky.
Yeah,
Grabe.
wow.
Grabe.
Oh, galing
Tunaw yung
to.
puso. Ah.
Yeah. Ilan
Sarap.
taon na nga si Blue Eyes, Father?
3 years, nung June 13. So
Amazing.
next year, magko 4 years. Blue eyes.
Blue.
And how long has he been a animal assistant?
February, siya ni-recruit.
just this year.
Oo, just this year.
Wow.
Kaya ano pa siya, hindi pa gaano kagaling.
Roby ka pa daw.
Oo, he's actually still on probation.
Talaga. Oh.
How did he become like? So you underwent the process also. So you went through the 8 hour.
Hindi.
Actually, since Jesuit dog siya,
Exempted.
Blue Eyes SJ.
screenin siya ni Doc Carla.
Okay.
God bless her soul. Screenin siya ni Doc Carla sa Jesuit Residences.
Oo.
Tapos, pumasa siya ng screening kasi sobrang bait ng temperament niya, friendly siya. Ang ano lang nito is he pees everywhere.
Yeah. Okay lang ako din naman. Yeah, joke lang.
He's a territorial.
Oo, very
Very
territorial.
territorial
Kasi
siya.
mag-isa lang eh. Oo.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. I love you
So,
already.
ako yung... Hindi ko daw niya love. Nag-sneeze siya.
Oo nga eh.
Ako yung
You
handler
scoffed.
niya sa guidance office. So, ako rin yung manager niya.
How often is he here?
Right now kasi his vaccines aren't complete yet.
Okay.
So, we can't risk his health.
Sure.
So, hindi pa namin siya nako-commission. But, he's our #1 candidate for resident
Okay.
therapy dog.
Okay.
Kasi he's just chilling. Diyan lang siya eh. He can survive nakatambay lang.
Oo.
Awesome. Eh, ikaw, Father Nono, are you interested to become a handler yourself? Like, so for example, pag tinap ko, Father Nono, kailangan ko ng handler sa Emmaus.
Handler
Pwede.
for?
Dogs.
The dogs.
What do you mean? Ibang dogs? Ito lang yung...
No, ito.
Ito.
For him. As an animal assisted therapy handler.
Blue, saka papunta.
Of course, pero we have many responsibilities
Of
na.
course.
Ito nga, I'm trying to be, ano bang tawag dyan? I'm trying to be a good, responsible dad. Kasi mga 3 beses namin yan nilalakad-lakad sa
A
isang
day?
araw.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
1 in the morning, tapos midday, and sa hapon, sa gabi.
Okay.
Yun. Ano lang
Galing.
naman, short walks.
You're a very good dog owner.
Diba?
Oo. Very responsible.
Nahirapan ka ba dun sa unang taon niya, Father?
Oo, si Bian yung nag-train yan. Si Bian yung basic
First
training.
few
Oo, binigay ko kay
months?
Bian para matuto yung mga sit, stand, ano pa nga ba Bian? Shake hands, mga ganun.
Shake, sit, stand, come.
Grabe, sana may picture ka na pinakita mo
Meron,
nung
meron.
3
Marami
months.
siya.
Post na lang natin next time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pero yung pinapadala kay
Magaling si
Father,
Bian.
ito na yung ito na yung development namin. Marunong na siya mag-come.
Natural si Bian, natural teacher. Yes.
There's
Natural dog.
wow. Okay. Sa daming self-love Actually, there's a lot of psychology involved with dogs. Like one of the best ways to train dogs is through this behavioral psychology paradigm called operant conditioning. So, reward and punishment, ganyan, to get them to adjust
Technical
their
term.
behavior. Oo. So, salamat Salamat, Patsa.
This spokesperson.
Ayun, so
yun nga, reward and punishment
Oo.
nga.
So that's how you get them to adjust their behavior. That's-
Yeah.
Like for example, the dog, my retriever, the way we potty trained him is that every time he drinks water or after a meal, we send him out right away
Okay.
into the yard so
Okay.
that he's and then when he finishes his business, that's when we get him back in and
Okay.
nasasanay lang siya. So yun, medyo classical conditioning naman yun, more than the operant one. But that's,
Okay.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Galing.
Namin ang ginawa namin sa kanya dun sa pag-potty train. Even dun sa other dogs namin or dun sa ibang dogs na tinulungan ko. So, kunyari nag-pee siya sa loob ng house. Kunyari, in his corner. Pero gusto mo siya, meron siyang parang pee pad somewhere sa isang corner. Kunin mo lang yung dyaryo and then you place it there.
Yeah.
Para yung scent niya. Ma-condition siya na doon
Right.
yun yung mark niya.
Yeah.
That this is not yours, that's your space.
Yeah.
Do your business there. Ganun siya. Oh.
Ang galing nga nito eh. Tama yun. Ang galing nito. Kasi stays with me in my room. Dahil bawal eh.
Actually, si
Bawal. Buti na lang
bossing kasi si Fa.
Hindi, buti na husky. Kasi hindi umiingay. Kasi ang basic question na naman sa mga residences ng Jesuit, walang pakialaman na, huwag mong pakialaman. Joke lang. Pero yung, basta hindi ka disturbo sa iba, di ba? Kasi mga ano yan eh, nag-aaral, whatever. So ito, ang maganda dito, ang husky pala, they don't bark, di ba? So, pwede siyang nasa kwarto lang, buong araw. So anyway, but yung sinasabi ni Bian, sa gabi, pag natutulog ako, he stays in his corner. Kahit yayain kong di ba? Come. Hindi, he stays in his corner.
This is my space.
Tapos meron siyang routine, meron siyang routine, like for example, pag matutulog na ako, patayin ko na yung ilaw, he will check on me kung natutulog na talaga ako. So, lalapit siya, talagang sisilipin niya ako kung natutulog na ako. When he sees me playing with my cellphone, nagagalit yun. Talagang parang nanay ko, tama na, tulog na tayo. So pag tinabi ko na yung cellphone, saka siya babalik dun sa corner niya and then hihiga na, pero nakatingin sa akin.
Nakabantay.
Galing may routine.
Oo, nakabantay. Tsaka ibang loyalty talaga ng dogs.
Sabi ng nanay ko, hindi ko alam kung tunay siyang kasabihan or invento lang niya.
Invento lang. Pag nanay, invento.
Diba? Oo eh. Sabi niya, don't trust a person who doesn't love dogs.
Oy, marami mga iswita ganun.
Ay, nako.
Oops.
So, yun nga. Invento lang talaga ng nanay ko. Mama, sorry
Hi, tita.
Ako naman, meron akong dyan. Kasi uso ngayon yung ecology, di ba? Pro-environment. Pero, wala sa kanilang mindset yung hayop. Di ba? But when you say Mother Earth, kasama doon yung yung mga hayop.
Tama. Actually.
One time merong he must not be named na merong isang Jesuit na teaching about environment. Tapos nung makita yung aso ko, why is he here? Sabi ko, Father, he's part of the environment.
Pero naman, no.
So how from a personal experience standpoint naman, Father Nono, how
Ayun na.
ayan,
na. Bored na siya.
Reklamo na
Sabi niya, puro kayo salita.
how has Blue helped you? From a psychological
Hindi lang ako
or
actually.
emotional?
Ayan, very good.
Tinutulungan kita, sabi niya.
Actually, 3 Jesuits yung Actually, pinamigay ko na to pero may 2 akong Jesuit friends na they insist na na wag kong ipamigay.
Okay.
Because Blue has helped them. Papangalanan ko sila. Si Father Carol tsaka si Father Louie. Nilalakad nila si Blue araw-araw, tinutulungan ako maglakad, and so they got the habit of walking. So very healthy sa kanila. So ngayon na-assign na sila para sa Buanga. They continue walking. Nagkumuha rin sila ng sarili nilang aso.
Oh my gosh.
But Blue started them
Yung habit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So physically health-wise nakakatulong talaga siya. But emotionally, of course, yung mga yung happy emotions, whatever.
Nakaka-reduce sila ng stress.
Yes,
Nakaka-release ng happy hormones called serotonin.
Pagdating ko sa bahay, 'di ba? Lalaro ka agad kami, so makes you happy.
Yeah. Minsan ako din pag kunwari I've had a tough day, tas late na ako nakauwi. Tapos, hindi ayoko ng anything. Pag uwi ko, diretso na lang. I'll just hug my dog lang. Just like, for 2 minutes na, tapos okay na ako. Yeah.
Tsaka ano siya na, no? They can sense emotion. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
when my mom passed away last year, January last year, so when I came back from, after burying her, syempre, umiiyak pa ako. Yung ganun. Makita niya na ako umiiyak. Lalapit na siya at didila-dila na to console me. Parang ang bait.
Sweet. Very sweet.
Yeah. Tapos, ito, sinubukan ito ng ibang mga pare. Sabi ko, pag umubo ka, ano siya sa'yo? Concern siya sa'yo, lalapit siya. Ewan ko kung paano niya nakuha yun. So anyway, pag umubo, lalapit siya. Tapos anuin ka na.
Testingin nga natin.
Nakatalikod siya sa'yo. Ayun na.
Ayan. Oh. Ay, hindi. Wala.
Ay, sorry.
Siya pa
Iba pala concern.
Oh, you're such a sweet dog. Thank you. Shake hands.
Ayan na kayang shake.
Shake.
Ayan na kayang shake.
Love na love niya din si Janine.
Hindi ko inaalam kung anong ginagawa ni Nadja dito sa laboratory.
Okay.
Guys, come.
Naalala ako, nahibik na ako. Tagal ko rin hindi nakita si
Leave it,
Emily.
leave it.
Ay, ayan na nga siya. Ayan na nga siya. Okay, so, Janine, Father, maybe you can share some messages dun sa audience natin. Like, kunyari, Father as a pet owner, and then maybe, Janine, you can invite more people to be involved or to visit and meet your doggos. So,
Okay, so if you're interested in joining Community Tales, you can always message them sa Facebook. And I just really forgot what their URL is. But we're always open. We're open to expanding our ever-growing family. And if you have any concerns, you can always drop by the Loyola School's Office of Guidance and Counseling. We're located at Social Sciences Building, 2nd floor, room 266.
Alright.
That's room 266.
Ikaw, Father na.
Ako, you can visit Blue at the Jesuit residence. Yung mga porter namin trained to get him na. Upon request.
Okay.
So anyway, nandun lang siya throughout the day, nagdadasal, nagro-rosaryo. So,
Wow. Okay. Mag-apply na din sila maging Jesuit din pag bumibisita sila.
Dapat meron na siyang
Guys.
suffix. Oo nga. Grabe. So, ayan, kinakain na niya yung training pants. Sige. Okay. So, ikaw, Pat, na-inspire ka ba? Papaano mo na rin
Oo,
yung ano mo?
siguro. Baka mag-open na ng clinic sa bahay, pero purely animal assisted
Oh,
lang.
that's nice.
Okay.
Oo.
He's so playful.
Ayan
yeah.
na nga.
Sige.
Mamaya
Bahala ka
mag-news
na.
tayo.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in.
you.
That's the
Walang
class.
salamat po.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Alam nyo ba na nasa YouTube na din kami? For more exclusive content, subscribe now to Radyo
Twice.
Katipunan channel. Doon nyo din makikita ang kabuuan ng aming station ID. Just type in Radyo Katipunan channel at the search bar, or you can type in http://bit.ly/Radyo Katipunan 879. Okay.
Okay.
We'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Thank you for spending
Have a good
here with
weekend.
us. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Guys.
The voice of the Blue Eagle. Radyo Katipunan 87.9. Let us understand mental health and explore how we can take care of our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Welcome to your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits with Pat and B. Here on MindEd.
Sa'yo